Bema Seed Academy. We got some breaking news. It looks like Israel, unconfirmed that it's Israel, but it's not the United States. According to the United States, there are airstrikes happening in Iraq. I guess they started about an hour ago. It's about 4:45 Pacific Standard Time. So they probably started around maybe 3:30 or 3 Pacific Standard Time. So yeah, so there's airstrikes on like paramilitary proxy type bases in Iraq, Iranian-backed military bases in Iraq. One of them is the Khalso military base. Looks like 3 military bases have been hit, and Iran is claiming 8 casualties and several wounded. And it's just breaking. So this is what's going on. Hold on. Here is another shot of another base with explosions happening. Here is another location, another explosion. This I have footage of. This is a munitions explosion. Probably this is the Khalso base, but I'm not totally sure. This I think we saw. Before we get to the footage, this is some other stuff that's going on. Al Arabiya, which is a Arabic language news source in Dubai, funded by King Fahd of Saudi Arabia's brother-in-law. So what they're claiming is Al Arabiya reporting that United Airlines has canceled all its flights to Israel until May 2nd. This was earlier today, which is Friday, April 19th. This is the day after the April 18th strikes that were actually April 19th, as Jared at Supernatural by Design noted. It's on the birthday of Khamenei. Is that right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so that was the birthday present to Iran, was the strike in Isfahan that was right next to the uranium processing facility, as if Israel is saying, we coulda, but we didn't. So Israel striking back again. The reason this airline thing is relevant is because I guess governments will warn airlines of future strikes. So we can expect more ramping up in the region. And May 2nd, that's 2 weeks away. Okay, so that's one report. Also, this is the Enforcer's tweet, and the Enforcer is where I'm getting all this information from. So they're pretty much the first ones that broke it that I know about. That I don't really know much, but that's in my little sphere of input. Several major airlines have canceled flights to Israel. This seems to indicate that tensions are expected to rise in the region despite Iran's attempt to downplay the attack. And, oh yeah, I got a call about jury duty. Okay, yeah, so Iran will always, and this is kind of a general Islamic tactic, but Iran does it for sure a lot. They will downplay their losses and they will amplify their victories, even to the point of fabrication. So when they conducted that airstrike against Israel, when they did the drones and the rockets on Sunday, they showed footage of explosions and havoc in Israel to tell their population, yeah, we're winning. So a lot of misinformation there. Okay, let's see if we can get to that video of these attacks. Oh yeah, and to back up that Isfahan thing, the Jerusalem Post reports that Israel has sent a clear message to Iran by striking almost right next door to a nuclear site in Isfahan, that's in Iran, when they struck Iran last night on the 18th, which was the 19th over there. Meaning that we chose not to hit your nuclear sites this time, but we could have done worse right here. And real quick, before we get to that video, here's one of the words of the day. This book of the law must not depart from your mouth. Meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it, for then you'll prosper and succeed in all you do. All right, let's get to that video. Okay, this is right off of the Enforcer YouTube channel.
Oh, Ali! Ya Ali! Ya Ali! Ya Ali! Ya Ali دخيلك.
There appears to be a critical ammunition explosion.
In that clip.
Okay, and here's a clip of the wounded.
See that a larger amount of them are already being brought to the Al-Mahalwil General Hospital in the Babylon government. We were believing that this hospital, we have not been able to do the geolocation because we had to get out this news so quickly, is most likely close to the area of Madain that we're seeing here that was stricken a little while ago, but we can already see that they're pulling up to the hospital and apparently are already bringing in wounded. We see people rushing around the vehicles to grab the wounded. And that's the end of the clip. But nevertheless, and also speculation as to who exactly was involved in this airstrike attack on these forces that are Iran-backed inside of Iraq. There were some Iranian accusations floating around that maybe the U.S. was involved in these strikes as well, but we're hearing from U.S. officials, they're confirming that there is no U.S. military activity in the area and that these airstrikes are conducted by someone, but it's not the USA. So they're not really recognizing the fact that it's probably Israel that did it. It seemed to be some confusion about who actually conducted it due to the lighting in this video and also the caption that was put above the video, so we don't really have a good idea of where this is, but supposedly there is a large fire that is inside of the capital city of Baghdad, according to this video's caption. Here's the clip. Once again, so that was approximately 30 minutes ago. The channels of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps are already reporting that at least 8 members of their popular mobilization forces in Iraq have been killed and dozens have been injured as a result of what is claimed to have been an Israeli airstrike on the Kalsu base in the Babylon government. It was the base that we believe to have been hit. If we were to look around the base and try and find the sites or targets that may have been destroyed, it most likely was some of these larger buildings in the base, as these were most likely being used to house some kind of munitions or something similar along those lines. Although the layout of this base is incredibly confusing and appears to be incredibly jumbled as well, with a large amount of hodgepodge numbers of equipment of different kinds really strewn about, and also buildings built in a very haphazard way. This is the base that we know has been stricken at the moment and is currently on fire, and has apparently resulted in, according to the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, 8 members of the popular mobilization forces being killed, and dozens have been injured as well, which we also saw some of those injured being transported to the hospital just a moment ago.
And that tweet is from OSINT Defender. I forget what OSINT is. I used to know. Open Source Intelligence Monitor. That's a really good news source on Twitter. OSINT Defender. Okay, so that's what's going on so far. I'm going to take a quick look-see around and see what's going on. And if there's no more to report, I'm going to upload this right away. Okay, so that looks like that's about it. I'm going to upload this. Times are tight, so you stay tight with the Lord and definitely be following as closely as you can, because these last moments, it may be hours, it may be weeks, it may be months, it may be years. We don't know. Looks like it's right now. But we are seeing a lot of prophecies. We've got Elam and Damascus in Jeremiah 49. We've got Damascus in Isaiah 17. We've got all of Israel's neighbors in Psalm 83. And we've got Iran and Russia and Turkey and the Horn of Africa in Ezekiel 38 and 39. And we have a lot of disputable things happening in, well, we've got Obadiah happening, that's for sure, because that's Esau, which is like Jordan, and possibly some of Iran's proxies. We've got Nahum, we've got Zechariah. So much is happening all at once. So yeah, it's time for us to write that letter, share the gospel, do that thing you've been putting off, whatever it is. And present our bodies a living sacrifice to the Lord, holy and acceptable to prove his acceptable will. Let's be ready to go where he sends us. Let's be arrows in his quiver. All right, God bless you. Hope you're well.